Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. My name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host, Patrick.
What's up, everybody? So, we're recording a little bit later than normal.
Yeah, we usually record Monday nights. I had some family in town, so we weren't able to record. So today's, Wednesday, about 9:30, 9:40, just in case you guys are curious.
The last day of July.
This is true.
So
I go to work in 21 days.
Oh, man. So
Summer break's almost over. 3 weeks.
So, all right. Well, let's jump right into it. We have So right now, the modern age stuff from the WizKids Open. You want to look at the lists, you can. It's the same stuff, right?
It's a little different this week.
Well, what do we got?
So Jonah won another WKO in SAC with 2 Shade the Changing Girls,
How many
Mangog. Huh?
How many people were there?
I didn't get a number. I think about 15 or 16.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get the numbers on this week's. I do know that Manny Kinks with Minions of Thanos won in Texas, and I believe they had 23 people.
What was this?
Thanos, Isaac, Mangog, Prez Ricard, Soul Gem, Stark Tower, Storm Bounty, Magneto Bounty, typical stuff.
Which Thanos was it?
I believe it was the Ultra Chase. I could be wrong. Doesn't he have Minions of Thanos?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have my.
For some reason, I thought it. Okay. So it's a Minions. Okay. So it's a basic cosmic team that's parading as
Minions of Thanos.
Okay. All right. I get it. But it's still okay.
Another cosmic Thanos team won. That Astronomer
That's legit,
Vulture.
Man. That Thanos is legit, man.
Yeah. It was a very interesting choice for an Ultra Chase.
Yeah. That's only going to keep the price up.
Exactly.
And then what else? What else?
An Astronomer Vulture team won in Mexico.
Okay. Similar to Scott's, right?
I didn't get the full build, but it had Astronomer, Vulture, Mr. Oz, and Groot. I'm assuming there were some other perplexes in there.
Didn't you play? Didn't we
I did.
play?
I did. And then Alex Rosado.
Yeah.
Double Gardener, Astronomer, Affinity, Groot, Professor X. Typical stuff. So there was a couple new things.
Like little things here. Okay, I mean like
little things, not groundbreaking, changing the meta.
Okay,
here,
so will you
allow it?
I guess I will back off a little bit on that. Like at least there's some variants, but I would say that's more because there's not that many sets out. So I guess when there more things come out, there should be more, archetypes. So I would assume that maybe we'll see some Q action.
Star Trek became legal today, right?
Yes. So we'll see some Star Trek, I believe, because I think Q's up there. The Riker, even though they've nerfed him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the sideline, maybe the mirror guys. I don't know.
But we have to see what the other two look like.
I feel like, so going into this one as well, I think that Ensign Crusher is very good at 50 points because he gets Cosmic when he's 50 points, so that's like the...
And he's the reroll the Super Senses, right?
Yeah. Leadership, Super Senses, Improv, I believe, Shape Change, stuff like that.
Yeah, something.
So that helps somebody like Unimind, because Unimind usually has Shape Change on him. So that's one. It helps Groot if you want to roll leadership and you can take a token off somebody.
Yes.
That helps if you're in the back row. It helps, especially for the leadership guys where you're playing a cosmic team where you're using turn 1 to pick up stuff.
Yeah.
You roll that leadership. You have a higher chance of taking it off, which means you basically picked it up for free the turn before.
Exactly. So you're ready to go turn
Yeah.
2 if
So
you get
like
that leadership.
offensively, you can use your leadership, and then defensively, you have more rollouts. Like I'm just thinking out loud here. Like if you're gonna play, let's say Unimine or Thanos, whatever, and you give
Mm.
them the mirror,
Yeah.
the mirror of my soul, whatever the hell that thing is called.
Yeah, yeah. From the Mighty Thor.
Yes. And then they attack you, and you get to reroll your shape change, right?
Yeah, that's because it's
So you
what
have
3 to 6,
3 through
but
6, yeah.
3 through 6, and then a 1 to 2 it breaks. So yeah, if you can roll out of that 1 or 2, that's amazing.
Oh my god! So that would help right away, especially if you're playing a tentpole cosmic team.
Yeah.
Also, what I like about him, he has perplex up top, and he has 2 stop clicks, which means he's sort of a point denial piece.
Yeah, if you got to triple tap him to kill him.
Yeah, and on that stop click, his stats jump up to like phase 10, 18, 3 outwit prob.
Yeah. So he becomes a little more useful,
Ooh.
or useful in a different manner on his back
Outwit
end.
prob, man, that he's like mini unseen at that point because he's at 50 points with oh yeah, and he has protected outwit at that point too. So you can't you have to hit him 2 more times after that, and then he gets to call in your Cyclops, your whatever, and he's got outwit prob. So there's that.
There, exactly.
And he's a cosmic, so I think
Cyclops can definitely use some outwit and prob.
he slots right into that cosmic team where, let's say you don't want to play Lockjaw because he's 75 points, and you want to save points. Like instead of Lockjaw, it could be Groot and Crusher. That's 70 points, and then you pay the 7 points for the mirror. So there's your 77 points. Things like that. And he already has perplex, so it's not like it's not doing anything.
Exactly.
And then Q, obviously the super rare.
Prime. Yeah, well, super rare prime.
The prime. Well, I was looking at the. I haven't really seen the prime one, but looking at the just regular super rare, the one that's 50 points, and he has the Mastermind Super Senses plus
the one with the hat, right?
Yeah. It's Mastermind Super Senses, and then he has Prob, and then he has the like the Trelane Mixie die.
Yeah. Oh yeah, where you get to
roll Super Senses.
Yeah, that one's really good too. Yeah. So, and he has Cosmic also, if I remember.
Yes, he's Cosmic, exactly. So on a team, let's say like Black Panther, he can use the roll for Black Panther's Super Senses if you're on the Super Sense click. Or does he start with Super Senses? Or no, he does have Super Senses.
He has traded Super Senses.
Yeah. And then he has the location bonus reroll. So you have 2 chances at the reroll. He has Prob, 8 range. And if you're playing like, let's say, Groot or Flora, you can mastermind to... If Flora... you can mastermind to Flora to whatever. Or you can mastermind to the Walking Woods.
That is true.
Yeah, and he doesn't die. He has Super Senses himself. And then you can also use the D6 for attack rolls. So he's 1 click, but it's, with no shredders, it's going to be tough to just get rid of that guy. And you just
keep him in your back line.
Yeah. Also, randomly, if you go up against a Groot and you get a Leslie Evans, there's your first Mastermind Pog.
Right there. Boop.
So there's that. And then the Prime, I know, has like a lot of good... I don't really know what the Prime... I saw it for a second, but I don't know what else it does. Oh, and also the Ensign Crusher is an uncommon, so it's easy to get. Or easier to get.
So the Prime Q is either 175 or 30 points. So he's not a standard character.
Okay. Can you share
when Q attacks, roll a d6 or roll a d6.
Can you share the screen?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Oh, wrong one. Sharing screen. Goodbye. So here we are.
Let's see. He's 30 points. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
3 bolts, 8 range. Oh my goodness. Wait, is this the one that I was looking at? Maybe this is the one I was looking at.
No, then you were looking at this one.
The 50-point one? What isn't the 50-point do the same? Oh, it does the same thing.
Yeah, very similar.
What does the 30-point one do?
It's
just better because he's 30 points?
So roll a d6. If the attack is not a critical hit or die, he gets uh, the attack roll as the result
Oh
is a
my
number.
god.
Q misses the attack. Or so yeah. So you roll a d6. If the number you rolled is in the attack roll, the Q becomes missed by the attack. So
Oh
he's got
jeez.
prob.
Oh, so he can like kind of retell,
Yeah, like a
but
pseudo
not
retell.
really. Well, you know what's kind of cool?
Or replace him so then you can call in.
Yes, I was just gonna say, yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of okay. 30 points, so he's got the Migsy trick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, or 175. Okay, the 175 you're probably not.
Probably not gonna play him.
Well, maybe. Look, doesn't he hit everybody? Wow. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All
Well, no.
the targets.
So no. So the attack power is when Q attacks, roll the d6. If the attack is not a critical miss, and either die in the attack roll is the resulting number, all targets become hit and damage is penetrating. So you roll, say you roll a 4 on the d6, and then you roll a 7 to hit, and it's a 3 and a 4. So all targets become hit and damage is penetrating.
If the attack is not equivalent, either die. It says either die.
Yeah. So you roll a 4 with a d6, and then you have a 4 in your attack roll.
Oh yeah, then it becomes hit and damage is penetrating.
And then the same thing for
missing
the damage power.
Super sensitive. Dang, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big calling battery.
Yeah.
Like if you want to play him at 175.
But you know what though? The chance of just automatically hitting is really good because you get around super sensors, correct? All targets become hit.
Yeah, all targets become hit, so it's no longer. Yeah, you don't get the super sensors anymore.
I think that's good. He might be worth playing at 175. It's really hard to kill him because of the super senses and his
And he's got good stats up top.
Yeah, 8 range. And he also has he has the Q continuum power, right? Like it's basically like cosmic, right? Or power
I believe so.
Yeah.
Team Q, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing against him is that he doesn't have a movement attack, which kind of it's tough. Also, he doesn't have reducers, so I think that's what would be a problem.
Yeah.
So
if you found some way to give him shape change or something,
or I think you need reducers because what if you just miss your super senses? He just takes 5.
Yeah.
Right, because let's say Unimind.
But then you roll. But then you still have the chance of rolling with if you roll one of the numbers in his attack roll.
That's what I'm saying though. Like you're all in.
You need reducers.
You're all in on missing. I would rather have some contingency of not taking all the damage.
Yeah.
Like like there's like
or give him mastermind or something.
Like here's the for me the dilemma argument debate whatever. Would you rather have invincible or super senses? Either you just stop some of the damage or you stop all the damage, but it's harder. Which one would you have, right? That's like this. So this is you stop all the damage with super senses and the ability, or would you rather have the conservative route of invincible and you only take 1 or 2?
Exactly.
I would rather have the invincible because it is a dice game. You don't know what it can crap out of you anytime, or they could get lucky at any time. So I'd rather have the safety measure of just okay. I'd rather take 1 or 2 damage or 3 even, than just you 6-shotting me and I'm just dead.
No, that's definitely a much smarter route.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of anything giving out defense powers right now.
Yeah, not that I know of too.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a look.
We give him run shot. That's pretty cool. Hypersonic.
Yeah, you can give
him.
No. You can't give him.
Oh, he's not standard. That's right.
Yeah. So
he can't be equipped with anything either way.
Yeah.
So in Bronze Age, you can put a resource on him.
Well, we'll get to that later. Okay, so let's talk modern first. Just get this out of the way. But the other thing is, if you play, that you've seen the Geordie LaForge. He's on here, right? The rare. Yeah. I think he's really good.
Let's see. Did they put him on the realms yet? He's a rare. What number is he?
Just look for. He's just keep going. He's a
He's
rare.
not on the realms yet.
Yeah. He's he has. I think he's 45 points or 40 points. No, he's a rare. Those are
Oh, too far.
uncommons, I believe. Yeah, it's like Jordy LaForge or LeVar Burton.
Yep, there we go.
There he goes.
26.
Okay,
40 points.
he is 40 points. Now check this out. This is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I think this guy's ridiculous. Also, he's a scientist, so that might help in modern because scientists are starting to get more.
They're like almost there.
Look at
that. Almost.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. They're close. Choose a friendly character that's adjacent or has Starfleet. Roll a d6. When they attack, modify damage +1 for each die that's resulting. Sure, right? That combos well with like Trelane and stuff. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at the damage power. That's what I like.
Yes. Yeah, I remember you. I remember talking about this one. Yeah, you can choose to reroll just one of the die. So you see a 1 sitting there, and they have a 6.
Yes.
Like, all right, I'm gonna reroll that 6.
Oh
so
my
much better.
god.
Yes.
And then if you're playing either like Trelane or Q,
mm-hmm.
you have another chance to make sure you hit because whatever the number's showing. Like you said, if it's a 6 and a 1 and you need an 8, you reroll the 1.
Yeah.
If you roll another 1, then if you have a 2 or 3 showing, you just remove it.
Exactly.
That right there, I think this guy could be really good because he helps you get extra damage randomly.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
And he's 40 points. 40-point probber. This is like super prob in my opinion. Of course, only an adjacent friendly character is what that matters.
Yeah.
But it only fixed that. So it is restricted, but for me, I don't try to play prob to make them miss. I usually play prob so that I make sure I hit.
Of course, yeah.
Because I want to do what I can to control what I can do, whereas I don't know what they're going to hit me with.
Exactly. That's always my philosophy. I have to play my game.
Yes.
I can adjust to what they're doing and try and focus on that, but I have to play my game.
Right. You got to make sure you still
you're functioning how you're supposed to.
Yeah, you still do what you're supposed to do. So if they do something and like, oh crap, but sometimes prob doesn't help you there. Sometimes it does, but I just got to, you got to make sure you hit your own. That's why the things that like in when during back in the day during the Infinity Gauntlet days,
mm-hmm.
the yellow gem was prob, but only on your turn.
Exactly.
Well, people were using that as like you just have prob because for the most part you're going to use it to make sure you hit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was using that Infinity Gauntlet today.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So I think it's just going to be more of the, I don't know. Maybe there could be some Starfleet teams out there that utilize the Starfleet guys that say that there's a Starfleet guy that says you get protected outwit for all your guys,
mm-hmm.
all the Starfleet guys. And then there's another one that says your values can't be negatively modified.
It's really good.
So if that's the case, that might be a thing if you can find a shell for that team because
mm-hmm.
they can't outwit you and they can't perplex you down and they can't whatever. That just might be good enough. Maybe not. It might be good enough. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a taxi.
So you just got to make sure that there's a big attacker from Starfleet or like enough good call-ins or just you can spam them.
Yeah, the call-ins.
The spam. I don't know.
The commander. Yeah, there's a bunch of good pieces.
What do you think it is, Riker?
The commander.
Yeah.
He's expensive.
100 points, right? But like the promise token seems pretty good. He's continuum. Q continuum, so he has a power cosmic basically.
That's right. He makes it but 100 it's kind of like the ultra chase where they don't die, right?
That's what so like that was good and it's 100 points. What about this guy?
It's like a 30-year team. And he has no reducers
but the other one but the ultra chase has the same effect, right? And people were playing some, that was seeing some play.
Yeah, but you can one-shot him.
Does it? Why the other one has a all right, this one. Oh, this guy doesn't like come back. He actually dies if you hit him.
Yeah.
Okay,
so, because I think if he KOs, his effect wouldn't go into effect, right? It wouldn't work for himself. I know you're a friendly character to yourself.
No,
but
yeah, you would. I feel like you do. When a
But
friendly
when you're on your
character
KO click,
would be
does he
KO'd,
still
though,
have his
since would be
powers?
KO'd, you may. When these things happen, when there are triggers, you have to finish the trigger before.
Okay.
So the trigger, you know how let's say something is lost during whatever, you have to finish the action. You have to
Hmm.
finish the actual trigger thing that you're doing. Um and then whatever penalty happens after.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless it says like immediately whatever. But even then immediately you still anything that triggers has to resolve basically.
Yeah. That makes
So,
sense.
uh, okay. Well, okay, so the modern teams that we saw were a couple of Vulture teams, a Chanos team,
Yeah.
and what else?
Uh, Changing Girl, Star Fox, and Double Gardner.
Okay, all right, that's something different. I mean, that's
I think he
sure.
might. It's a lot of see, but the whole point of the Gardner team is to be able to get the theme, to get the map.
Right.
So he takes up too much points for
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
all
think.
these.
So
Yeah.
is there enough low point figures on a Cosmic team that you could bring back?
Can't you bring back like Groot or something?
Has to be adjacent.
Or Star? Okay, or Starfleet, correct?
Yeah, or Starfleet.
Ah,
So he might work with
excellent.
a Starfleet. He would help the
Starfleet team.
Starfleet, but not
Here we
Cosmic.
go. There's
Yeah.
something.
So he would help the Starfleet out.
I don't know who the big Starfleet guys are the shirtless guys Starfleet, or are they just
The Sulu and the. I would assume so, right?
I think the problem with the Star Trek guys, they don't do the chunks of damage that we're used to seeing in
Yeah.
regular cosmic teams, right? Because like astronomers hitting for 6,
Oh, wrong one.
there's all kinds of stuff.
He has Starfleet.
Okay, so these guys might work. Can they come back? They get the
They
free
need a
attack.
taxi though.
Yeah, I don't know who's. They got to have somebody that just like carries like the whole team, right?
Maybe. I haven't looked through it that closely yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. So,
Anything else you want to look at it from?
I think that's it because there's no other.
Yeah, we went over Crusher.
Yeah, look at that guy, so good. I think that's sick. So I think we go over real quick what the
Oh, you want to go over the Erratas?
the Riker thing, yeah.
All right, here it is.
So they added the once per turn now, right? Other than they just bring all 9 guys in. Is that what it is?
Sideline active once per turn for all characters on your sideline with this trait. When a friendly character with the name Commander William T. Riker is placed with telekinesis, after resolutions, place 013 Thomas Riker from your sideline adjacent to that character on clicks 1, 2, or 3.
So it's a free call-in.
Yeah. This game, Thomas Riker can't
All the ID card stuff.
Can't be carried, be equipped, or be given double power actions.
Which is basically the ID card.
Yeah. Well, if they have a strange, replace or be replaced. This game, he returns to your sideline at the beginning of your next turn. Immediately, if no square,
Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, and or he's removed from the map by another effect. So yeah.
So it's basically free. So before, I think it said there was no once per turn before.
Oh, okay.
Because that means you could. It just says when a friendly character, blah blah blah, place whatever, which means you just if you sideline a whole bunch of them, you just bring them all in.
Oh, dude, that's gross.
Right? See, when a friendly character.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not what the intent was. So they're not going to. They're going to let that through. So I mean, if you even thought that was going to get through, I think it's a waste of your time and money if you were going to like try to spam or like try to buy them all.
Hey, he's a common.
Yeah. But okay, I think that's
so
the one
they did fix the Borg Queen. We talked about it last week. How they didn't say that it was friendly to you. They change it so it becomes friendly to your force when they assimilate them.
Mm-hmm.
So that we expected that.
Yeah. Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but we gotta love WizKids.
Okay.
Let's see.
What
What's
else?
next? Some news about Worlds came out, so I will share.
Anything extra?
The exclusives you can buy there are again
Okay.
the
So
Ghost
so they
Rider.
added the. So
They added the Gamma Charge set, which is the 2 Hulks.
Okay.
Batmobile's back, Lobo's back, Dupe is back. You get the Robbie Reed and the H-Style set.
And then Robin and
Robin the Bat
Cycle
Cycle.
or Bat Cycle. Okay.
Robin with the Bat Cycle. Phoenix Force, Magneto again, the Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen,
And Static
Shock.
Oh, so they added how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 purchasables?
Yeah.
Or 5? I think they added 5.
5.
Wow.
Static Shock, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Robin with the Bat Cycle, the Robbie Reed, the H-Style, and then the Gamma Charge set.
Dude, that's solid.
Yeah, I'm very excited about getting some of those.
Lander's going?
He is going.
Nice. Yeah, there's a couple guys going, so they're going to be picking stuff up for me.
Exactly.
What else? Okay, so, yeah, that's good. I mean, are there new winnables?
I believe Superman will be available as a winnable.
Right. I should know this because Pedro just wrote an article on this.
I'm trying to think what else is. Oh, here we go. World Championship. So, Heroclix Team Worlds, Friday, 9 a.m. Registration event starts at 10. Entry fee is 100. Pricing is the most recent available factory set. So my question is it going to be Star Trek or Avengers Black Panther?
Oh, no.
That is a valid question. I would like to know. If anyone knows.
No, you're right, because X-Men doesn't come out until
X-Men.
October.
Yeah. Well, no, late September, right?
Yeah.
September 11th.
When is it?
September 11th. It officially releases.
September 11th. Okay, so then that means that's before. That's after Worlds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because September 6th.
I believe pre-releases start on the 4th.
Yeah. I think they would have it. I don't see why they wouldn't, but who knows?
So
I feel like it would be X-Men.
Hopefully. Well, yeah, that'd be huge because all the Colossals.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god.
All the Colossals.
Oh my
It's
god.
a lot of Colossals.
And then top 8.
Factory. All the same stuff. Where's it at? Kyle will be a winnable. Lilandra.
Oh, Lilandra, that's the other one. Lilandra.
Yeah, the Storm Con and then the Superman.
Oh, that Storm's going to be very expensive.
I know. Yeah, so is that. I feel, even though Superman I don't think will be competitive, I feel like he's going to be ridiculously expensive.
He will be, but I don't think he'll be more than Storm, because remember, there's the three things. Because there's the people that collect, and there's people that need to play it on a team. The people that want Superman are just people who collect. So you have the double. You have a two-pronged attack for the Storm.
Yeah.
So well, there's going to be 2 people exactly.
And she has Thor's hammer, right?
Oh yeah, so even better.
So that's she's collectible, she's playable,
and she's popular.
It doesn't. Yeah.
There you go. Whereas Superman is just 2 of the 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bombshell Raven is also coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was available at Nationals.
Yeah, it is. We have one in store.
All right, I got to get one.
And then, I think they're also releasing the last 1 or 2 rings.
Oh yeah, the Liar, right? We haven't seen that one in Lightning.
Yeah. So there you go.
Very cool. Yeah, that'll be awesome. And then Worlds again, same stuff. Just
what time is that one at? Sunday? What's it say?
So Worlds
Saturday. Conclusion of top 8 Sunday, September 8th. Got it.
Yeah. So registration 9. Event starts at 10. Entry is free as long as you qualify.
Yep.
And then we'll have multiple rounds of Swiss, and then that's all Dice Masters. You don't care about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Trash. We don't play Dice Masters here. All right. So I think that's it for all the new news. So what about some super cool Bronze Age? What happened at your event this weekend?
Oh, okay. So
or not your event. The Paladin Games, right?
Dude. Okay. So there was it was on the Sunday, and like all this is pretty last minute,
Yeah.
Oh, we're also having ours on the 17th, so we're gonna have that fifth one. But this weekend there are two, so it's yours, and then there's one in Oceanside where they might get over 10 because there's 5 coming from the store, and then
Okay.
their local group, you know.
The
So
SAT guys told me they're bringing 9, and I know I'll have at least a
wow,
couple of my local
that's
guys
cool,
playing.
man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I got a map for you, so you're gonna help me out, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Show you the other stuff. But anyway, yeah, it was really cool. It was nice. Man, you know, I know that I give modern a lot of crap right now, but you know, there is a caveat: is there's only how many sets. So obviously, there's going to be less that's playable because there's just less sets.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other problem is like the ID card setup being like the way to win.
Yeah.
Is I think a detriment to the format because, like I said, that everything looks the same. But you know, things might change, whatever. But when you play the older formats like golden, bronze, whatever. So for this instance, there's so much you can do that people are just constantly even thinking because you know this is like an untouched format basically.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, because we haven't had it since last December, and it was a lot of fun. So there were 11 players, and a lot of them were just kind of, you know, playing kind of modern stuff and slapping on a resource, which kind of makes it better because they can't play. I'll give you a perfect example. Tony, and this is what Tony was explaining. He was like, you know, I really want to play a Wakanda team, like a straight up Wakanda with like Okoye, Shuri, guys like that, Everett Ross, Black Panther, but it can't compete in modern because it just lacks the firepower and just any kind of protection, whatever. Because let's say you go up against Unimind, Unimind can literally one shot all of them.
Yeah, just pick them off one at a time.
Right.
Boop, 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 boop.
So, but if you play Bronze Age and he played Indigo Battery, it's really, really hard to do that if you're going to try to one shot because you can't shoot from across the map if they have the Indigo constructs on their guys.
It's within 4, right?
You have to be within 4, which means you actually have to play the game. You can't just be like, I'm going to perplex my range, I'm going to perplex my damage, running shot, and kill you. Like, wow, that was really very strategic. Cool.
I'm going to shoot my bazooka from across the map.
Like when I see like people do the LTK Astronomer, load them up and one shot your guy, you're like, man, really?
Oh yeah, I was doing that the other day.
That sucks, but here you can't, right? There's some setup, and then not only that, but you can play some buffs like entities to buff to either pick a defensive power, buff your defense, whatever, and you get +1. So you know he's rocking like 20s. So
nice.
Even if you can hit that 20, you're not going to be pumping damage because you're going to have to try to hit. So you have to pump your attack up, which means now instead of doing 6, you're doing 3, which means he doesn't die, which means you get to play.
Taking 1, yeah, because he hasn't.
Okay, cool. We get to keep playing. And then so like his team it's cool because it's on the video. He missed the cut, but it's Black Panther Prime with Buzz Light, Shuri from the Fast Forces, Okoye, and Everett Ross. And he has like 4 ID cards and the battery. Pretty good. And he was doing pretty well. Just lost to needing a 10 on the last turn.
It's hard to hit.
Rob rolled the 10 and killed him. But there's the other thing too in the format. There were multiple teams out there where they weren't playing any ID cards or had very little. That right there was a breath of fresh air, because it actually means you have to play the game without relying on the ID cards all the time. Like if the format is always I call in a guy, you call in a guy, I call in a guy, you can call in a guy, that gets very stale. Now, if I play a team that relies only on call-ins and you play a guy that doesn't rely on call-ins, now we have a dynamic. Like in fighting, that's striker versus wrestler. So that's a dynamic to see who can impose their will. So, for example, Rob Gallagher plays a Starfire team, a Star Sapphire team, it's a cosmic theme +6. It's actually pretty cool. So he finished second. So his team was Gardener, Starfire from the Rebirth, Groot, Flora, Trader, Shade, the Changing Girl.
Okay.
Okay? Just 6 figures, no ID cards. He has Gamma Bomb, Mini Slayer, and I believe Nightbringer.
Okay.
The one that gives you free smoke.
Yeah. Because you said Gardner, right?
Yeah, Gardner, yeah. And then he plays the Ivy location bonus.
Yep.
And he plays the Star Sapphire battery. Some people might say, well, you're going to rely on the resources. That is not always true, because some teams just use the resource to give them the edge, or it makes their team competitive.
It gives it a little extra bump that it didn't have to hang.
So it's not relying on it, it's just using it to push it over so that you can actually play it without getting murdered right away. You might lose, but at least you played a long enough game, and you had enough moves that you actually felt like you played the game.
Yeah.
Instead of going through the motions. Anyway, his trick was kind of cool.
It's funny you say that.
What's that?
Going through the motions.
Yeah, so
that's how I've been feeling about Heroclix lately. I'm just like, I'm playing the same thing.
It's robotic.
Yeah.
I've seen it too at the store. That's why we play a lot of sealed here, because it's different.
Yeah.
A lot of people right here that play at the store love League because they're forced to play the game and actually worry about positioning and stuff, instead of just like, I ignore everything and I kill you. There is some of that in Bronze Age, clearly, because it's very powerful, but there are also ways to stop it, like Nighthawk Prime, Indigo. There's a lot of things that just stop you from just ignoring everything. Also, there's a lot more protected outwit, because the entities will grant quintessence.
Exactly.
So, but his trick is cool, because he uses the sniper rifle with the 10 range, and then if he sees you, they get +1 for each guy he sees.
Oh, jeez.
So he can go 13 range and put the smoke or whatever, and then he can free punch you.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is. Yeah. So that's actually it really helps the Gardner team tremendously. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he has to.
And then they all have mystics and shape change.
Yeah, and he has to attack. Like, he has to attack with the actual pieces on the board, and he actually has to interact with you. And one of the cool tricks he does is, if you do have objects, he will. You have to come up, right? Because you have to fight Gardner. If you stay back, he'll just keep hitting you for free every turn. Well, guess what? You come up close. He moves Trader, gives you the Mini Slayer, and he takes whatever you have.
Oh, jeez.
So he'll go, let me get your exo specs. You get the Mini Slayer. And go, okay. And they'll go, I'll pick Flurry. And then flurry you with Trader. So there's pretty cool little moves you did, and his Gamma Bomb in there, so you have to move. So,
dude, I love Gamma Bomb.
Yeah, so it was a fun, cool thing that he played. He lost to Steve, who was playing Quinjet. So
Steve and that damn jet.
Yeah.
Well, how was he playing it this time?
So it's an Avengers theme. He played the same version as in Fresno, where he plays Star Fox, Jarvis, Eric Masterson, and the Quinjet, and he plays 7 ID cards. Okay. And the 7 ID cards are 2 level 7s, Thor, Wolverine wanted, Black Canary, Green Arrow, and Wasp. That's 7.
What Wasp is he calling it?
He's calling in the uncommon Giant Girl.
Oh,
for
so
free.
Good.
So the move is he moves up as far as he can. It's 10 points.
What point value?
10 points. So you can call him in for free.
Oh, so that it's easy click up. So it's kind of a replacement for the Atom.
So and you do it on turn 1. Adam has to do it on turn 3.
Because he's 15.
Yes. So on turn 1, he moves, free, call in Giant Girl, reset the dial. He rolls like a 3 or 4 or 5, and then it goes to that click. Next turn, like if let's say he rolls a 5, next turn he can call in somebody regular ID and then real boy in Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Or whatever, whatever he rolls, right? And what he does is if he goes second and you move up, he'll move up with Giant Girl, call in Giant Girl, perplex her up, charge you, and hit you.
Yeah.
Like if she has a light object and she hits you for like 4, 5, 6 damage because he has a perplex from the Jet from Eric Masterson, perplex from Jarvis, and double perplex from Star Fox. So she's like a 12 for 5.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then with the light object, 12 for 6. And because
Gross.
she doesn't have Colossal Indifference, she kills something, she heals like that many clicks. Like, you know? So now it's harder to kill her because if she rolls like a 4 and then she heals 2, now you got to do 3 damage to kill her. If you don't do 3 damage, she'll just disappear and you don't get it. But even if you get her, it's 10 points.
Yeah.
So that's the move. And then he has 2 Pulse Waivers with Black Canary and Thor. And then the level 7 usually is Hawkeye, Nick Fury, and Hammer Hulk. And Hammer Hulk is the Nighthawk Prime killer. For those that are wondering why Nighthawk's too hard to deal with, just throw in Hulk and kill him.
He's the one from Mighty Thor, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. The Hammer Hulk. Yeah, and then he has Black Canary, which is the Black Canary from the monthly OP kit, which has Running Shot, Pulse Wave, Force Blast. So that helps a lot. And then
it's a lot
Green
of
Arrow, Green Arrow for Green Arrow.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's a Green
and
Arrow.
Then that's it. And then worst comes to worst, if you do get to the Jet, he can just fight you with Star Fox.
Yeah, and the Jet's so many clicks. It's hard.
It is a lot. So now in the top four, his opponent Milosh was playing a Thanos. It was a Cosmic team. It was Thanos, Lockjaw, Groot.
Okay.
Phoenix Force.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
So he starts with what? Charge Run Shot?
Yes.
Or no, Charge Blades.
He starts with the Running Shot.
Click. Oh, so wait. He only has 2. No, he has 2 people equipped?
He has 2. It counts how many you're putting on the base.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's equipped. So you can he puts 3 on the base, which you click it to the third line, which is
so it has the Run Shot.
Which is Running Shot, Energy Explosion, I believe.
It's on click 1.
Yeah, defend plus 1 damage. So Thanos is hitting you for like 6 because he's going to get perplexed from Screet. He's hitting you for 7. So he's hitting you for 7 with like a 13 attack or whatever, 12 attack. I don't know.
Oh, that's really good. I like that. That's very cool.
So he lost Thanos on like turn 2.
Oh.
Right? But here's what happened.
I guess
he took a shot in on the Jet. Thanos dies, retaliates with Groot, kills Green Arrow. Okay. The walking was there. So he chips away at the Jet the whole game. Steve's not able to hit, also just trying to get away. He hits a couple times. Lockjaw goes to 4 tokens.
Yeah.
He gets to the Jet down to the last 4 clicks. He needs to do 4 clicks to kill it. Time is called. Time is called. So he's not able to finish, right? Well, check this out. Tony points out the whole time you had RCE with Cyclops. Because remember, when Thanos dies, the fragment
goes back on.
Now
and
he
it
can
clicks up.
RCE. Yes.
Did he not click up?
He did,
but
he
forgot that he had the power.
Yeah, so he was only doing 2 damage at a time.
But he could have been doing 4.
Could have been doing 4. And then there are times where Screet isn't rolling for the +2, so he gets nothing. But he could have done 5 damage, and he is a 12 attack, by the way. So he's doing 5 damage on the Jet if he wanted to. Jeez. But he was doing it the slow way, and he got him to 4 clicks, and time was called. Had he killed the Jet, he wins the game because he killed Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So that would have been over 200 points. Thanos has only 160.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it was close.
It's the little things.
And that's what Steve was saying is like, man, actually, Lockjaw has a good shot. If you load him up, Lockjaw can kill the Jet because the Jet has to hit it 6 times.
Yeah, he can't be equipped with objects, but the resources.
Yep, exactly.
So
yeah, that was that. And then, what other teams were there? There was a monster team that was it was a monster with Captain Venom, Spider-Man, Venom Spider-Man.
Okay.
Surtur, Carnage, Raven. So it's all modern, right? And then Bizarro Green Arrow.
Nice.
And Bizarro Green Arrow is now golden.
Yeah,
So I told him, I said, you know what? If this was last month, you're playing a modern team. Now you're playing a golden team because of Bizarro Green Arrow.
this is
And
true.
he puts Doc Ock arms on Venom Spider-Man,
Uh-huh.
Exospecs on Cap Venom, and he puts Symbiote on Green Arrow.
That's perfect.
So he has three plasticities.
Oh, that's gross.
Three plasticity shape change, right? And then he has I think he has one ID card because his team doesn't rely on ID cards. It's there to actually just
It's
punch you.
Yeah, they're there to attack you, hit
Yeah.
their shape change. Unless you have Battle Fury, then
Yeah. So
sayonara. But
yeah. So the I played against him in the bye because there was 11 people. So I was like, I'll play you. So I played the Hulk team, and
yeah,
it was Hulk's versus Venom.
well,
So
I gotta find a team to play in case there's a
it
bye.
was a cool team. It was a really cool team. It was a fun match because it was Venoms versus Hulks, and we had a lot. It was a lot of fun because, uh, he's hitting me, I'm hitting him, but he doesn't get shape change because I have a Wrath relic.
Yeah,
And he's like blasting me with Cyclops. So it was fun. Of course, the
Nice.
Hulks just have too many attacks, right?
yeah.
So they're just gonna like run over there, hit you, and then get carried out, sidestep, and hit you again, and you just took 8 damage. All right, well that guy's dead.
Sorry.
There was a triple King Shark Tribbles team.
On the what map were they
He
playing?
was playing on some water map,
Okay.
or a map with water. And
Was
then
it was it the Majestix map?
no,
No.
I forget what it was, but what else was there? There was the Ultron 18.2 with the Ultron from Chaos War, who makes the Ultron drones, the factory.
Okay.
And he has the bat belt on 18.2. Whenever 18.2 would die, you KO a robot, and then you heal
Mhm.
I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's helpful.
so that drone keeps making, or that Ultron keeps making drones. So you just kill those.
Little robot drones and yeah.
And then
So that's like a point denial team.
yeah, there was Tony's team. And then there was Dave went and he played Unihawk.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Unimind Nighthawk Indigo battery.
Mhm.
With I believe Carnage.
Oh, he switched up the batteries. He was using
Yeah, so
using something different last year.
yeah, he was
He's
playing
using
he was playing the
resource.
box. Yeah, he was playing the
Yeah.
box, and then so he decided to change it up to see if the Indigo battery would be better,
Mm-hmm.
so that he just doesn't get shot. So he just wanted to try it out and see. That was good. I mean, how else are you gonna know if you don't try it? So
Yeah. That's why you play test.
yeah, and then the other one, the Lex team, Richard was playing it. Medina.
Okay.
He missed out. He finished 5th out of the top 4 because the Lex team isn't designed to score a lot of points.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
It's designed to like get some points, but not give up more than like 25 points because you can kill Atomica, you can't kill Lex, but Lex probably killed 100 points and you lost because he has a so it's Lex, Atomica, Pandora's Box with the Justice League ATA, the one that gives you +1 in leadership.
Okay.
And then Lex, when he rolls leadership, he can remove a token from himself.
That's very good.
Right? And this is the Lex where you need to start next to him. It's like Mystique. Right, you need to start next to him to be able to attack him.
What set is the Lex from?
Trinity War. He's 200 points. It's the one that George Masu made famous.
Okay.
His teaser, George's article is going up this weekend regarding that team. But
the one in the battle armor suit, right? The uncommon.
So he has outwit leadership. He has running shot pulse wave, but really he's an ID card battery. And then how he fills it out, how Richard fills it out, which it can work now, is he plays 4 of the 3-point pogs from Fear Itself.
Mm-hmm.
So he can play 6 ID cards.
That's smart.
And then he plays Gamma Bomb.
So you move out.
Yeah.
You have to move out.
So the thing is, he just sidesteps slowly, but what he does is he puts the Lust on Lex so that Lex has plasticity. So if you do base him, he can break away sidestep.
Yeah.
And then you can't attack anymore. And if he fails, he has Atomica to CSA prob, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his ID card setup is kind of cool because one of them is Cyclops, and his call-ins are for Cyclops, the 150-point Cyclops from AVX.
Okay.
And then the 150-point Phoenix for Cyclops. Yeah, I'll take a look at those guys.
Look at.
Yeah. See, you don't think about that because he's not legal.
Before my time.
Yeah, But Lex is 200 points, so why not look at
So you
the
said
big, strong
AVX?
Cyclops? AVX 150 point Cyclops.
The starter set.
Yep. Take a look at it. You can share
So run
it.
shot. I can't remember that. Sharpshooter. Thank you. It's you can shoot base. No.
Sharpshooters, you can shoot the person next to you with a range attack, or
Yeah.
and then also you ignore opposing characters when you shoot.
Okay. But you don't ignore your own characters. Yeah, there you go.
No.
Yeah.
But he also has the double. He also has this, where he can shoot outside of adjacency.
He can shoot in adjacency.
He can shoot while adjacent.
Yeah, he can make ranged attacks adjacent. Yeah. I thought that was part of the sharpshooter. No.
No.
No, sharpshooters you can shoot through opposing characters.
But you can only shoot the guy next to you. That's sharpshooter.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's why he needed to have this.
The double circle with a line through it, right?
Yes, because you need to shoot out. And then he has precision strike. Does he have leadership outwit or something like that? He ignores blocking when he shoots.
Leadership.
He's like an 11-4, right?
So improved targeting, ignores blocking terrain, and when a ranged combat attack resolves any blocking terrain, and then the ranged combat attack when adjacent to an opposing character.
Yeah. And then he has does he have leadership outwit? What's the damage power?
Leadership and outwit.
Yeah. He's like 11.
So Cyclops to have outwit's pretty solid.
He's an 11-4, right?
Yes.
See? And then the other one is the Wolverine X-Men Phoenix Force Cyclops, the 150-point one. Look at that one. You'll see one of the main things.
Not 295. It's a little expensive.
Yeah.
It's the half point one. Run shot pulse wave with RCE. That's pretty solid.
Yes. So
based in friendly characters with excellent keyword.
That. Your 3-point pog, the 3-point calling you're playing can do all that.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones, right? Like RCE with 9 range, and then you have running shot pulse wave. That's just another running shot pulse wave. And he also has level 7 for obviously the
Balls of Fury.
Yeah, Fury and Hulk. And then he has Green Arrow for Green Arrow, and then he has what else did he have on the team? He had a bunch of. He was just looking at a bunch of like pulse waivers. Oh, I think he had Thor too. I forget, but he just has a bunch of. Oh, that's right, Wonder Woman. He had War Machine too on level 7 because War Machine has running shot pulse wave or pen blast.
Which Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman, the 200-point Wonder Woman from Superman. Wonder Woman, the rare. She has Charge, Flurry, Mystics. So she's like really hard to kill. Right? You see her?
You said rare.
Yeah. Number 32. 032.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, right? And she can't be outwitted because she's like a god.
Charge for your sidestep.
Yeah.
I'd rather. Yeah, but I'd still rather call on the other one that's 90 points. It's so much better.
No, there's another one. He plays 2 of them. The other one is 105 points from BVS. 105-point BVS. Look at that one. You should be sharing these so people see.
Oh.
But yeah, Wonder Woman be right there, BVS 3. Yep. Nope, not that one. That one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Yes, look at that one. At 105.
Charge Flurry. And the Battle Fury is good.
Yes. So
Battle Fury is good.
So he has ways around like he can kill Nighthawk with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Nighthawk. Yeah, just.
So he has all the answers with his 6 ID cards, and he has the sideline call-ins. But ironically, his 2 games that he won. Okay, so the 2 games he won were against like regular teams, sure.
Mm-hmm.
The game that he lost that made him not make the top cut was against a team that had no pulse wave at all.
Interesting.
Remember, how do you fight Lex? You need to pulse wave because if not, you have to base him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if he just keeps getting away from you? How do you ever attack him? You have to pulse wave, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know how else to do it? You just play 3 plasticities and be like, try to get away from me now. So he lost to the Venom team. So that Venom team actually made it to the top 8, to top 4.
Mm-hmm.
On the strength of beating Richard because triple plasticity, Lex needs to roll a 6 no matter what. right? Yeah.
Okay, so it's the subterfuge token.
It's the same as Mystique.
I got it. Okay, and because he keeps breaking away,
Yeah, with the
and
lust
he's just
sidestep.
okay. So he's just a huge call-in battery. I got it.
That's what it was, right?
Okay, yeah.
But it's funny because you lock him up, he can't get away. Guess what? Now it's open season.
Yeah, no, yeah. If he can't get away, they're just gonna go through his.
Yeah.
Once you get
So
him past off the impervious.
yeah, and it's not hard when you can pack outwit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You just call in, yeah, you know what I mean. So, or you just sheer power of just attacking. But what the guy did to beat him was Richard called in Cyclops, but he couldn't get away. So Cyclops was just there, and the two Venoms killed Cyclops.
That's gross.
So that's 150 points.
Yeah.
Well, now he needs to like kill almost his whole team, or else So he ended up losing. So he lost because he only got Venom, and he only got the two Venoms.
Yeah. So
that's 50 and 75.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's 125 points
versus 150 plus the however many IDs he called in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I like the team. It's very smart.
So there's that, and then I saw the Unihawk team. What else was there? There was another. There was a Guardians team with like Cosmo, Double Rocket.
Oh, with the ATA, right?
Yeah. What else was there? Of course, I played the Hulks team that I was telling you about, and that was pretty cool.
You like those Hulks?
Yeah, those are fun. And then so Steve ended up winning.
He does that a lot.
Just right now, we just finished our practice tournament.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, and we were practicing tonight a little bit.
Yeah, and the guy, one of the guys, Christian, played my team with his little change.
Hey, dude, that's so funny. Right, sorry to interrupt you. I had a guy named Christian play my team too.
Oh yeah.
The Shredder team.
But yeah, he played the Hulks team. He went 3-0 tonight.
Okay, nice.
The one change he ended up doing was he put the pocket tank in there.
Okay, with the Hulks.
And that actually helped him in two of his rounds.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to like break up the formation and then rearrange them and then sidestep and hit them. So that he's really good. He ended up winning, and then so he beat Alyssa's Medusa Overdrive Agent 13 team.
Yeah, is she playing a resource with that?
Green Battery.
Okay.
She got second.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I thought Rob got second.
No, I'm talking
tonight.
Yeah. And then Dave tried Super Skrull Unihawk or Super Skrull Nighthawk tonight.
How'd that go?
And then I think he lost all his games. Still, Super Skrull is good, but there are a lot of things that hurt him.
It's a lot of thinking with the pickup powers.
Also, you have to roll at the end of every turn when you pick powers. So one of the games that he lost, he was on click 8.
Yeah.
He missed the roll on the Super Skrull roll, and Skrull took one click and he died.
That's
with,
so good.
With food tokens, he couldn't come back. So, and when we played, I just pulse waved him when he was on his last click and with 5 food tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I just pulse waved him.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back, so he died.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Ryan Nelson was playing the Blue Panther team.
Nice.
The Black Panther with the blue battery, just trying to roll out. But when you're next to Agent 13, you have no defense.
So
no super sense, no improv.
Yeah.
Which means you're trying to pay points to roll out of stuff you don't.
Yeah, you're paying empty points to do nothing.
And then the team I played, let me just show you real quick. It's not legal yet, but I was just we're just messing around playing. So I actually let them play Regenesis.
So yeah, it's funny. I have a team built for when we go down on the 23rd. So I booked my hotel tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, we're staying at the Marriott.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes away. I'm excited.
Cool.
So I was was I going? Oh yeah, I was practicing tonight. I was playing the Carnages. I was going somewhere else with that. Oh, that's what you're telling me about.
Look at this.
Yep. It's a lot of hopes. And who's that on?
Oh, it's on Daddy.
On Mr. Cyclops.
And this too. I went full thematic.
All right. Oh, nice. Okay.
So
All right.
the team works like this, and oh my god, I annihilated the scroll team with this because this is
Do you
ridiculous.
have all the resources attached?
Yeah, so they all have something. He
Okay.
gets the Cyclops fragment. What'd you know? And then they get the other three. The only one,
Yeah.
the one that goes on here, you can see here, is the Colossus. So it starts on charge +1 attack. So they're already at an 11 or 12. Cyclops picks either Outwit or Hyper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so or Pulse Wave if you need to, because he has Pulse Wave. Now check this out. Because I'm a Utopia theme team, Cyclops has the super heal, right, where he heals 2, and they have the super copy,
Well, they get to copy all the powers.
Get to copy everything. Okay, so let's go over this. Henry's on the team as well. Okay, and I have obviously 5 ID cards. Okay, so Cyclops has Running Shot, Pen Blast, ESD, Leadership, and he has RCE from the fragment.
Yep.
And then he picks up the Remaker, so he has Shape Change.
Oh
and
my
then
god.
You pick Hyper or Outwit.
Wait.
Pick
I thought you only can have
I'm sorry,
one equipment.
Sorry. No, he doesn't get it. One of them gets it. He gets it. Okay.
Got it.
I don't even know if I should play I just can't play another ID card. So I just put that on. It might be a location bonus. It might be a terrain.
Yeah.
But it was just on. Yeah, one of them gets it. Anyway. He has this, so he's gonna have either Outwit or Hyper. So the first one with the TK, the Emma, they're all next to each other. She copies him.
Yep.
So she has everything I just mentioned, plus she has Precision Strike, Super Senses, Perplex, Charge,
and whatever he outwitted.
But usually on turn 1 you don't.
Yeah.
But also she has TK. So then we get this one, copies Hope. So now this one has all of theirs together. Then this one copies the third one.
Yeah.
She gets everything. So you daisy chain it all, and you have 3 Perplexes with a +1 attack already. They all have Running Shot. They all have ESD. They all have Super Senses. And they all have Invuln. They all have Outwit, or they all have Hyper.
They all have They all have whatever power you want them to have, basically.
And my ID cards are basically going to be. My ID cards are. I'll show you. It's Cyclops, Student, Wolverine, both the faculty and the
bounty.
Yeah. And then he was MVP today because he killed Nighthawk.
Yeah.
And here's the other one. Nightwing.
Starter?
No, yeah, the Fast Forces, because he has outsiders in case they try to play the high defense. Also,
so broken.
The inspiration, I believe, if I see this right, it's. Let me just look over
it. You want me to?
Right. The inspiration.
You want me to comb through all my IDs here, buddy?
Yeah. Look.
I got a binder.
The inspiration is improved targeting, improved targeting hindering, which means you call them in so that Cyclops can hit somebody in stealth. Or anybody. So the move is you kind of move up, do whatever you need to do. I usually try to bait Cyclops into a hit. Or I bait them into hitting Cyclops if I can, because he has stop click. So the thing is, if they hit him, he'll take whatever, he'll stop at the stop click. Okay. Then you call in Cyclops.
Oh, excuse me.
You call in Cyclops with him, and there's Henry, remember? And there's a bunch of Perplexes.
Yeah.
You load him up, you shoot their guy for a lot, and then you poof out. But then when that means when another guy hits, he heals 2 clicks. So he goes back to top click.
Yeah.
The other move is in case they want to try to like hit them, because I've seen it. They did a couple times where they hit her. You X-Men heal with Cyclops to heal her 1, and then she goes in and hits somebody, and then he heals from his trait.
Yeah.
And you just do this over and over. And then what's cool about him on the second click and third click is he has sidestep, which means all the hopes have sidestep. Right? And then if Hope gets hit on the second click, she has Flurry. So, and there's charge from the Phoenix Force. So you charge Flurry.
Assuming you haven't killed anything.
Yeah. Well, usually you're going to get hit first because this doesn't have like Alpha Strike capability.
Yeah.
Because the range is kind of, it's like 5 range, 7 range. And I can TK and shoot, but for the most part...
You don't want to leave them out there.
Yeah, I'd rather try to get Cyclops to get hit first. Because I don't want the hopes... The hopes are soft. They could just die. But if you can get that ball rolling, when you call in these guys, they have retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
Because my whole team is X-Men. So that's how I actually...
Even though it's not X-Men, it is an X-Men theme team.
Yeah, I mean, they are X-Men, right? They're just like the theme team's actually not X-Men, but they are
Utopia,
X-Men.
right?
Yeah, but they have the X-Men keyword. It's just there's X-Men Utopia as well. But that's how I got Super Skrull with Wolverine. I got to hit 3 times with Wolverine.
Oh,
because he charges, flurry, and then free attack.
Damn. That's a lot of damage.
If you perplex him up like max whatever with the hopes, and he carries Henry, he's like 13 for 6 or whatever, 14 or 6.
Yeah, and you don't even need the blades. You're just gonna deal the damage.
I'm like, dude, I don't care if you come back. I'm just gonna keep hitting you.
Yeah.
But
you're eventually gonna run out of tokens.
Yeah, even if you have invincible, I'm just gonna freaking hit you as much as I can. Boom, boom, boom. And then if that doesn't work, you call in a Wolverine the next turn, and then you do it again.
Because Super Skrull has what, like 6, 7 clicks tops, right?
He has 8 clicks.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really, really good. It's just in a format where you can just spam attacks, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to take down big things. Which is why.
But he isn't. So if you don't pick a reducer, right? He doesn't have one. He has what, barrier?
Not exactly. But you usually pick invincible. But he's
outwittable, isn't he?
Yes, he's also having. He also has an entity like Proselyte, which gives him invulnerability. So you don't have to pick
+1 to combat values, right?
Yeah, and then the other thing is, you remember you have to roll a d6 every time you pick at the end of the turn when you pick a power.
Mm-hmm.
So if you pick 4 powers, you need to roll a 5 or 6, or you're taking 1 damage.
I never thought it was wise to pick 4 powers.
It is when you need
when you need to.
Here's when you need it. Running shot, pulse wave, invincible prob. That's when you need it.
Yeah, but you're gonna go in and you're gonna kill something, and you're gonna be up on points in theory. But not every turn. Not every turn you're picking 4 powers.
Yeah, no, not every turn. But on the turn, you need to go like, truck somebody.
Excuse my language.
You can take 4 damage. No, when you do this on an adult podcast, it's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, come on.
Balls deep, boys.
You can because if you can load up like his damage, whatever, to like 5 or 6, it's worth killing somebody for a 5 damage pulse wave, taking 1 click and bringing them back from the dead.
Yeah,
it's worth it. Because the next time you pick a power, you're gonna pick probably Steel Energy.
Yeah.
And then when you pick Steel Energy, or like, look at this. Let's say you're in click. Let's say you got down to click 4.
Yeah.
You pick Flurry, dude. You're gonna heal. You're gonna heal 2.
Okay.
Right. And you're probably gonna kill them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what Dave didn't realize? He didn't have to roll breakaway at all with the Super Scroll. He ignores characters.
Yeah.
I mean, he got the breakaway every time, but I mean,
it's a roll he didn't have to make.
yeah, I gotta tell him that you gotta look at that, man. It's not that. But yeah, it's cool. Super Scroll is he's a real thing, man. He's like the original type of Unimind, where it's like hard to kill. He also has deep. That's a deep dial. Can you imagine having a deep dial set of
I kind of think of him more as like the original Jakeem with the pick of powers.
Yeah, he was for sure. But
scroll team ability is
it's shape change on a 6.
So yeah, shape change on a 6. They changed it.
Yeah, the reason why I say Unimind is because Unimind like comes back. He comes back too because of the
food tokens.
The food tokens, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Unimind, like you pop him and he kind of comes back and you have to like kill him all over again.
Yeah, you have to kill all the little,
yeah, exactly.
Little
so it's similar in that sense, but yeah, he's the original pick of power guy. But no, he's solid, man. It's just he takes a lot of finesse to play. So,
but yeah, it's a lot of thinking. The picking the powers, pick up power pieces are not. I'm gonna pick this up and let's figure this. Like let's win a tournament. I gotta think about this.
Yeah. Especially if you're investing 170 points plus entity plus resource on this guy, you're gonna you're like investing 200 points into this guy, so you got to make sure you're doing the right decisions.
Yeah, he's definitely a hardcore tentpole.
Yeah.
What else did he run besides the Super Scroll? Was he running a theme or anything?
No, it was Nighthawk with
him. Okay.
Indigo battery and like ID cards.
Okay. Yeah. So
this is, I think that's the base team is Super Scroll Nighthawk. That's like pretty basic, I think. Like in terms of that's the base stock list, I guess you could say. It's a stock list.
What IDs was he running?
Shield, Green Arrow, and Hulk.
So I was gonna say I don't know if him as a call-in battery is that great because there's not too much to soup up the call-ins. I feel like he'd be better attacker.
Yeah. So this is what I was saying earlier, right? About teams that rely on ID cards and teams that don't rely on ID cards.
Mm-hmm.
He would be one that doesn't need an ID card because he is the ID card.
Yeah.
He can pick anything you want, and he's hard to kill. So, and also this is what I was talking about. If you're playing, let's say a tentpole that you're loading up with entities, with an entity, with a resource, whatever it is that's like loading, you're loading them up, right?
You're giving him everything you can to make him
everything
better.
You want. Why would you downgrade yourself by calling a piece that's not as strong, right?
Yeah.
So in Super Scroll's case, I'm gonna call in Nick over him, or like I'm gonna call in Nick, which is still good, but it's better just beating the crap out of him with this guy who's super loaded.
Yeah. Exactly, and he's got big enough stats to where
exactly that's what I'm saying.
He can hit.
So that's why in this format, if your team is a tentpole, it usually means they're loaded up, which means your guy is going to be better than any call-in you can call in. That's just how it is. If you build your team that way, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're going to load up Unimind with an entity and Sinestro battery, and then you're going to give him a relic. Why would you call in an ID card? Just beat the crap out of him with that guy who's loaded up.
It's a waste of an action.
Yes, it's a waste of an action because you're downgrading you're calling in a guy, you're giving him points, and you're downgrading your damage potential or your attack damage output. If you're going to be playing a Quinjet, for example, where that's what you're relying on, then obviously, because think about it, the Quinjet is not loaded up. It's not souped up, right? It's just a jet. So if anything that you call in will be an increase in your output because the jet itself is not very capable compared to a call-in, whereas your tentpole piece is better than any call-in you can do.
Exactly.
Unless you're playing Lex, where Lex is better off calling in a guy because he's 200 points. You can call in these big guys, and also because he's trying to protect himself from not losing the subterfuge token.
Exactly. Because if you lose the subterfuge token, you get attacked.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I think the format is really great, because I actually got to see everybody actually play Heroclix with guys on the board this weekend. It was really like
weird.
refreshing to see like 3 Medusas attacking somebody.
Yeah.
And Alyssa was playing and she had no ID cards at all.
Dude, yeah.
So she's like, "No, I'm a 14 attack, and you have no shape change, and you have no defense." Excuse me? Yeah, you have nothing.
I'm gonna swing.
So you know the Blue Panther died because you have no defense, so you have no stop clicks.
Yeah.
So he just dies when you just hit him.
Oh, that's gross.
So it was pretty cool to see that. Yeah, she went 2-1. Only lost to the Hulk's team because she didn't realize that Christian could throw the tank.
Yeah.
So
tank destroys them.
So he moved up, sidestepped, and tanked her team because she was trying to protect her main guys from getting hit. Well, he's like, you know what? All you guys are soft. I'll just hit everybody for 2.
Yeah, the Medusas are done after that.
Yeah, you're like, boom, okay. So now you got to hit 10s on 20s, okay. But then you have the Duke Thomas thing, okay, cool. But you still got to fight the tank because now she loses sidestep, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So now she can't just like sidestep, break away, go to there, make a hair, and attack your Hulks. Yeah. You actually have to like go completely around the tank, get the breakaway. So it's better to just attack the tank.
Get your 50 points and move on.
Yeah, and it's just better that way. So,
and as I always preach to my guys, and I was like, that eats up actions that gives you breathing room.
Yes.
So if you're making them do something to get to you, and they have to deal with it, that's taking up their actions, which gives you breathing room to be more successful in beating them.
Yeah. So, no, that's right.
And that's kind of stuff I always look for. Is like, especially when I'm in a jam, I'm like, all right, I need some breathing room to get kind of to where I need to position. What can I do to hinder them or eat up their actions that they have during their turn?
Yeah.
So just something to think about, guys.
Yeah. The one thing she made a change. She played Batroc. Instead of a 3rd Medusa.
But Batroc the Leaper?
Yeah. Because she was trying it with the green battery.
Mm-hmm.
And it
was in...
there we go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because he's got like that triple sidestep, right?
He can free attack. Right?
Yeah. He may use sidestep twice this turn and maybe given a free action to attack. Oh, when he has 1 action token.
Exactly. So he can make attack. So when the overdrive token gives you empower, he's doing 3 damage with precision strike.
Yeah.
But what I told her was, I'm like, he dies. She's like, man, he dies really fast. I was like, well, what if you dropped... The reason why she dropped Medusa for him is because she needed to fit the green battery. So that's why. But what I told her was like, if you take him off and you put in Colonel Poison, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
The Battle Fury would help more, and you have leadership.
Yeah, let's look at Poison. Well, she has the Medusas have leadership already.
That's right.
Oh, Poison. Yeah. Let's take a look at Poison here. Colonel Poison. So, what she got? Poison, protected poison. Dude. Damage dealt is penetrating. That's really good. And free, choose an adjacent friendly character. They can use Battle Fury, right? So, that's another way to get around shape change.
Yeah, I think that would probably help the team more.
Yes, that's what I told her. I said, you just switch it out.
Definitely instead of Batroc.
Yep. And if she gets hit for 1 or 2, she gets a perplex.
Yeah.
And penetrating poison, especially her team, completely engulfs you. So the team is Overdrive, 2 Medusas. Now it would be Colonel Poison, Duke Thomas, and Agent 13. And she has like a Wolverine ID card, I think.
Yeah. So no shape change, no super senses.
No defense.
And
Duke Thomas gives +1 to everybody next to another. So they're all rocking 14 attacks.
See, I told you that Duke Thomas is good.
Oh yeah, for sure. In this format.
No, no. She used it in did she make top 8 at Fresno? I can't remember. I think she was one short.
Yeah.
I think she was right behind me for points.
You know the problem in Modern is you don't have a way to taxi all the way across the map like Overdrive.
Yeah. Well.
So that's why it's not. That's why that's not that good.
Yeah. The Voyager.
No. Okay.
Voyager gets you halfway.
Okay, and then you die because they have astronomer and they just cannon shot your guy.
Yeah.
Now you got to walk all the way across the map.
Yeah, no, because with Duke Thomas, you don't get the theme team bonus.
That's the main reason, right? Like the Medusas need the map so that they can get there on turn 2.
Yeah, if you're running an Avengers theme, you're a little safer because you can go to the Iron Avengers map and you can hide in the walls and you're safe.
Or the prison
without
tier.
the Duke Thomas, the team's not as efficient.
Prison tier.
Prison tier 2.
That's why.
Sorry, I don't look at too many rock maps. I'm just gonna be honest.
But that's why in Bronze Age it's better because there's overdrive and you have more protection if you want to go in. Because like she can play Indigo route.
And I didn't think rock maps are allowed at your event.
No, it's not. No, but we're talking about Modern.
Yeah.
Right? We were talking about Modern. Why? Because you were saying that Duke was good in Modern. I'm telling you why he's not good.
Well,
because on that team,
fired rotation, he was good.
Well, but we're talking about it right now.
Yeah. Nah, he took a big hit without the overdrive. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If he was around, sure, you can get across the map and kill somebody. But you need to be on theme, right?
Yeah. And that's so how I'm looking at Modern is either you have a ridiculous amount of theme that you're gonna be guaranteed map.
Yep.
A 4 to 5 theme team because you're gonna most likely beat the non-themes, or you run non-theme. There's
that's it. That's exactly what I was saying.
That's
I was like, that's what I was saying. But that's also really hard because what teams are really good where you don't need map.
The Hulk and the Vulture teams hold their own.
It's a two-pronged attack. Yeah, that's one. Sure.
And then so the Hulk and the Vulture teams are your non-theme teams. At least I feel right now. I don't think there's any other non-theme teams that can compete, right?
Yeah, it would be hard pressed, I think.
Yeah, sure. People get lucky, things happen. Why not? And then you have your Cosmics that run a 4 to 5 theme team, or your Avengers
6, 7.
Yeah, Avengers 6, 7. So the theme teams that range from like 4 to 7, right? That's not huge.
Yep.
And then you have your plus 10s or 9s, 8s that you're going to basically be guaranteed maps, which I haven't seen a monster team that's been that big in a while since rotation without mini. I've seen the Gardner team with a plus 10. You're not good.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, the team that Landers played. Oh. So yeah, Landers played a plus 10 cosmic theme team. I think he had 5 Floras, an Infinity, some other. I can't remember the whole team, but he had some other stuff. It was ridiculous. Maybe I think he had like 6 Floras.
So,
and he went to the King's Tomb, and the Gardeners are broken on that map. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Are you guys so they're bringing 9 from?
That is what Jonah told me.
Oh, that's pretty good. Even if it's
said they have 9 people coming.
And how many from your guys? Just your local?
I'm thinking somewhere from 4 to half a dozen.
Dang, so you might get like 15 players.
Trying, and then I think Rob said he might be Robert Gallagher said he might be coming up.
I would not be surprised if Rob, because he is hardcore, and this is why
he said that he was going on the event page. I haven't personally talked to him, but I hope he's coming. He always, like I said, Rob always comes with some good teams. I always enjoy playing Rob. Yeah. He's a fun person to play against.
So they're always gonna have he's always gonna have something spicy. So, but I think he might play that team again. He
usually places high. I haven't
usually. Yeah. I mean, he finished second to Steve this time.
I know he's won a bunch of winner maps down at the Fresno
Yeah.
location with Aaron. He
You
usually
know, I
plays
want
as
to
well.
see if because you know there's some talk of our ban list. There's maybe too many things on there, not the right things like Quinjet, whatever.
Yeah.
But the criteria,
Mm-hmm.
much like a scientific method, you need to replicate the experiment and come up to the same conclusion independent of the previous person that did it. So in this case, Steve has won with Quinjet, correct?
A couple times.
Yeah.
At least 3
Until
that I can count.
he's won, yeah, 3. So unless someone else can duplicate what he does with that team,
Yeah, if everyone else starts winning with the Quinjet, not
that is
just
different.
Steve.
So that means if that doesn't happen, that means it's him, not the team, it's him.
Yeah. No, I agree completely.
Yeah, right? But that other they're like today they're arguing why it should be on the list. It's fine, you can have their argument, but the argument is not strong enough because it hasn't been replicated. And okay, you might say, okay, Clay won, sure. He also dropped the next tournament where he played that team in round 3. After round 2, when he got turned 3'd by a Mistress Death team.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that. And then Steve also lost in San Diego when we ran our qualifier there. When he lost to a 250-point group.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
Now to think about it, Steve lost twice that weekend. He lost twice that weekend because he lost to a double Quicksilver team.
I remember that team.
So, I mean, it's good and strong now until somebody replicates it.
Yeah.
Then we can't, right?
Yeah.
Or here's the other reason why you ban something. If it's degenerate and it gives you a negative play experience in the sense that you don't really get to play. Meaning you're like the experience. So the Black Swan team that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about.
I saw a lot of people talking about this past weekend.
You can just win. Like, I don't know if you actually know. There's a version where it requires an attack roll, and then there's a version that has no attack rolls. You win the map, you win the game.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 chance of winning. Either you get map or you don't.
So, like, people can say there's a 50% chance of winning anyway if you whatever, but that way the argument on that is you have to actually play the game.
Yeah.
This one, you don't play the game. It's just done. You just can't win. It goes off on turn 1, and then your turn 1's done. Then my turn 2, I win. All right, good game.
Yeah, because you get her down to the last click on your first turn.
Yep.
You have first turn immunity, and you're starting it. No one can touch you.
And then
you're like, oh hey, game's over.
Yeah.
Shake your hand.
That's it. So that's degenerate. So we have to stop it. Omega Drive, because the rules interaction of that is just too. The way it's worded, it's just too many rules headaches that we don't want to have to like put that, and it could be very exploited, super exploited. So we have to take that off.
Because the wording on the Mega Drive, you can outwit powers that you normally can't outwit.
Yeah, you can. It says you can outwit what you can't normally outwit. You're like, what the hell does that mean?
You could outwit your own powers. You could outwit.
Exactly. So we don't. So that's powers. How it was ruled back then, right? But
clicks.
Well, we don't. That's not how it works now. So it's just better to just take it off because there's too many applications for that. And then like things like
the Book of Skull we saw.
Things
everyone
like
was dominating.
So things like Copycat that's degenerate.
So I'm not sure. So I'm not too familiar with Copycat.
Well, she takes your piece.
Yeah, you guys. I know you switch pieces, right?
Yeah. So that means like that's bad because like you should be playing your team. I should be playing my team, and then you disrupt me however you want. But like you actually taking my piece is such a. During that time, it was so like
disruptive.
Rough. Like and people are just like, oh my god, we hate having to play during a Copycat metagame. Because you have to play a piece that was over 100 points, or you play a piece that's like under 50, so that she has no reason, so she doesn't have a target to take. Okay. Because if she wants to take your 40-point piece, cool. I'm a 90-point piece. My 40-point piece sucks.
Yeah.
And she can only take up to 100 points. So you play 105 points or more, or like 101 or more, which
like
means
my whole shredder team.
Which means so she could take your team.
So when she takes a piece, does she take the entity attached to it?
No.
Okay. What happens to the entity and the resources? They poof.
The rules back then was they took it, but then it's just on your sideline, like nothing.
Okay. We all know Felix Faust is broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Team bases
broken. Yeah, broken.
Orange battery.
Yeah, so that's the one where you can basically pick. So there's some discussion about how we can interpret it, but the way it is, you can't. All it says was you can't use improved targeting, or you can't use. Let's say you can't use improved movement.
Yeah.
It just says improved movement. Does that mean encompasses everything, or does it say specific improved movement? It doesn't really specify. So we might just leave that alone because that's the actual emotional spectrum.
So agreed, right?
Yeah,
so,
read it.
Attached power ring. Constructs are all the same color. Given power battery, power action, and choose a power. Combat ability and team abilities that friendly core members can use. Opposing characters can't use that power ability until your next turn.
So back then, it used to be like this. It used to say, I'm going to pick improved movement.
Because that's an ability.
Okay. And back then, how it was ruled was improved movement meant everything. Improved movement. Everything. Now there's an interpretation where you could say a specific improved movement, and you just say which one it is.
Okay, so you can't use improve, hinder,
maybe,
improve.
But we don't know. Like, there's no way. So it has to be based on interpretation. So instead of that, we just put it on there because we don't want any kind of like arguments.
So instead of making okay, that makes sense.
Right.
It's not worth the arguments and the headache of trying to debate.
Just
with
like
people.
Omega Drive, right? And then the Resurrection. So the Resurrection Man has a lot of the Undying point denial with Deadman and Joker. Like he'll never score points.
Yeah, Justin Seifert.
Yeah, so that's two. Now that's like too much of a degenerate combo because of how strong, like things like Krang were.
Mm-hmm.
Where
that was a little before my time. I don't remember. That was like right before I started playing. Krang faded out.
You can give him power action, and then the guy can move and attack for free, and then he can just do his regular action.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember.
So let's move like 13 squares, hit you, and then hit you again, and then that's game in one turn.
Yeah, that's rough.
Because you could be given any kind of action after, which means you can do like a running shot pulse wave or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So you hit twice, and then before people would play like Batmite or Bat Signal, call him back.
Oh, the lantern or the bat light. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So and then fiber, and then the morphing jar, the whole switching thing. Yeah. I wasn't. So the two things I wasn't really big on was the Resurrection Man and the morphing jar.
Yeah, because morphing jar, you have to like basically reset the game.
Yeah. So, but then like Tiago and Paris basically convinced me to put that on. When we were initially doing this part of our discussion, with the ban list. So I was okay. You guys really okay? I mean, I get it. Kenny Pena was on it too, and he agreed on morphing jar as well.
Okay.
So I was
it's
like,
once per game. When morphing jar is hit with an attack after resolutions, starting with you, each player chooses a friendly character and places it in an opposing start area until all characters have been placed. Perplex and probability control.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be very annoying.
So there's little things like you can do with like Black Talon, so you can mind control your own guy. You mind control morphing jar, and then boom, you switch everybody.
That's annoying.
Yeah. It
slows the game down.
There are more things there's more degenerate things you could do with it. Like if you look at the Magneto from
the Magneto, I know what you're talking about, the Mangog.
Things like that, exactly.
Grandmaster.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about the Mangog. Jesus Christ.
Play Mangog at like at a higher point value, right?
Oh my God, are you gonna just pull the sword? Yeah, we
So
definitely. I totally did not even think about that one. Yes, I totally forgot about that. Oh my God,
so
oh
Mangog goes
my
from say we'll
God.
play him at 150, right? Just because we can, and then he'll go up to a
It's
400 point 400 point piece with run shot.
oh hell no.
Yeah,
Oh
and
dude,
then he
no,
has
it
Psych
doesn't
Pen
matter.
with a range of 8.
Whatever. You go from the 30 point. You go from the 30 point to 150. That's fine
Yeah.
too.
Uh,
Oh
and
hell no! I totally
but yeah,
forgot.
no. If you get him at the 150 and just switch, he goes to 7 run shot, 11 Psych Pen with 8 range,
Oh
19
jeez.
Invincible, and 5
We're, and,
shape
and
change.
we're not even going to talk about if he has like a resource on him.
Oh yeah. Oh geez, that's
So
uh
yeah, I'm glad
give him the Infinity Gauntlet, right?
I'm glad we put that there. So oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god, I totally because
Hey,
when
I
we
love pulling the Odin sword. It feels
went
so
yeah.
good.
Well then this makes it easier because you don't even have to attack their guy. You just
I
attack
know.
the guy. So
It's
all
like
right,
kill
well
me.
I mean yeah, it's already getting pretty late, but this
Yeah.
weekend, right? You got we
Yeah.
got
I'll
two
do some
this
live
weekend.
streaming.
Yeah, you're gonna
Should be
put some.
good.
I'm gonna probably record as well. Um,
Uh, are you gonna record or are you gonna live stream?
I'm probably gonna record, so you can live stream because I'm gonna just
Okay.
put it up after because
Does
I don't know if the store there has like a connection.
okay. I have okay internet. Should be fine. Like I said,
You can
we do the
look,
podcast here.
yeah, you can
It
look
should
it
be
up on YouTube how you want to stream it.
okay. I'll figure that out within the next 2
Yeah,
days.
because you have the access, but we expect probably 8 players, maybe more, because like I said, there's 4 or 5 coming from our store, and then whatever
Nice.
local guys coming from there, we
Yeah,
might get.
Sack said they're rolling deep, so I'm expecting a
Okay.
lot of people. I'm excited. I think Jonah's the only one that's actually been to my venue,
Okay.
so
Well, that's good,
uh,
man. More
it'll
customers.
be cool for them to see a HeroClix only store. I was
Nice.
actually discussing with someone earlier, I think it was today or yesterday, that you and I are the only ones with HeroClix only stores, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're we make it happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is good if it goes well. Also on the 24th, and obviously we're gonna move forward with our own uh, open series circuit with maps and everything. But um, I did get the when the map is done, the
Yeah.
the ice battle map. When that's
Uh,
done, I'll share that. But it's looking really good right now. I don't know
Oh,
if
we
you
have
can
an
see
ice
this
battle
right.
too.
Do you see this right now?
Ooh.
Snow battle, whatever. I don't know if you can see that.
It looks like a certain planet that I've been to on a certain ride at Disneyland.
But it's
With some
pretty cool, man.
turrets.
Like that's before he puts all
Yeah,
the outline of the colors. But yeah, this guy's really good.
nice, dude.
His
Very
business.
cool. I'm excited. Yeah, it should be good. Some good stuff this weekend. I'm excited. Um, yeah, some of the set guys have showed me some of their builds. I'm very excited. Should be
Cool, man.
some
I
good
would love to
games.
see all the different ones. And
Yeah,
like I said, like when we get this going, we're gonna give a special like prize for someone who has the best who has the highest finish Millennium Stone team at some event because nobody plays that. That's the one.
it's true. I was trying. So I have this one of my guys that plays. He's 15 and
Yeah, that's
he's
what
been
you're
playing
saying.
HeroClix since he was like 8 or 9 or something, and he's taking breaks in between. But he has an inherent skill for HeroClix. He just doesn't play enough. He's too busy playing that Fortnite.
Oh, there
Um,
you go. We have a kid like that here too.
I know, but he loves the Yu-Gi-Oh clicks. I'm like, hey, I got the Millennium Puzzle. Let's do it. Come on. He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, dude, come on, you can do it.
Yeah, but
But
that's
I know
funny.
Landers has a couple teams for it. He is my
Yeah,
master
that'd
craft.
be really cool. Because it has some potential, especially because it makes pogs.
Yeah.
So
So what? Your event's on the 20. Mine's this Saturday. Yours is on the 24th.
so the ocean side is this week, and then next week is in there's one in Arizona because they're bringing a crew down,
Okay.
and I would like to have after their event. I would like to have Justin Harrington. I'll talk to him to come on to podcast so we could talk about their event on
Okay.
Monday.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
Monday should be good.
yeah, and then ours is on the 17th, and then of course the week after that is our event.
Okay, nice.
Cool, man. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff. I know right now it's kind of a lull right now for Modern because the Whiskets Open is done, and then there's like a month before Worlds. So I guess we'll be talking about
Regionals
this for
might
a while.
pick up. I haven't checked the rock schedule,
Yeah,
so
I don't really
keep
know.
you guys updated on that.
Yeah. So all right, well, that's all we got, right?
That's all I got.
So yeah, all right. We'll be streaming this weekend. We'll be reporting. We'll be putting up videos. Um, format's pretty fun. You guys, anyone who's around that should try it, that can try it, should. It's a lot of fun because you really get to play really whatever you want, whatever you like. You just load it up with stuff, and you'll be at least competitive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, until next time, guys. When in doubt, perplex the attack.
Don't forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.
Now make it shake.